Apparently, there are so many restaurants in New York City that if you wanted to eat at every single one and not dine in at the same place twice, it would take a little bit over 22 years. Now, when it comes to your wardrobe, how many months in a year do you think it takes for you to wear everything at least once? Because for me, if I'm not wearing it in the foreseeable future, it's gotta go. Okay, so here's the sitch. I enjoy making YouTube videos and creating stuff in my bedroom. I need space, but not just any kind of space. Space with organization, cleanliness, and systems to keep it clean. And systems in place so that it always stays clean. Well, for the most part. And keeping the space out here in my bedroom usable, I need to be able to move stuff into the closet. And in order to do that, I need to clean out the space in my closet. So something's got to give, or in this case, go. In addition to the benefit of having livable and usable space in my bedroom, there is the benefit of decision fatigue, or at least the lack of decision fatigue. Look at Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg. Big time people, less decision fatigue. Following suit, I also would like to spend less time thinking about what to wear. I also would like to spend less time searching for what I already know I want to wear. Less money I want to spend towards clothes I think I need to wear. As a nurse, I already have the benefit of knowing what I want to wear. It's the same dark blue scrubs that I wore every day at work. When I'm on the adventure to go ahead and buy new clothes, I hope that I use that piece of clothing day in and day out, or at least more often than just the one time. Formal wear is nice, but I hope that the shirt that I wore last week to church can still be the same for this week for church. The only difference between the 2 times I wore it to church would be that I did the laundry in between. And I'll do the laundry in between. Does that count for anything? Less of this and less of that. But I also have more clean space to not think about. Actually, I'm just gonna enjoy it. Okay, it's time for the executive order. Time to make all this cleanliness happen.
Look at it all.
You gotta see the big picture. Take out all the clothes. Open the drawers. Have a little bit of mess. Because you're gonna clean up afterwards anyway. Pick the clothes you wanna wear and the clothes you really don't like. After I came home for good after college, I donated my clothes that I wasn't wearing anymore from my childhood. Some clothes I had good memory, but I didn't see myself wearing those clothes anymore. There's some clothes that I just don't see myself wearing. Some clothes are small. Some clothes are just irreparable. And of all the clothes that I've given away, I still have enough clothes to keep wearing. I don't need to buy a whole new wardrobe. And when it comes to the time that I need to add to that wardrobe, I could be more intentional. Like, I could buy more shirts for tennis. I could buy more shirts for working out. And I'll buy those clothes in the same color. Less decision fatigue. Just like Apple has their own ecosystem, you need your own ecosystem. It just all makes sense.
Balikbayan box packing. Pack things within things.
What's a Balikbayan box, you may be asking? Well, a Balikbayan box is a box filled with a whole bunch of goodies, from toiletries to sweets or any other necessities that you think your family abroad needs, specifically to the Philippines. So families out here in the US will go ahead and pack these boxes and send them over to their loved ones abroad. And of course, there's only so much room that you could occupy down in this box. So you're gonna use up every little space that you can. Or at least that's how my mom does it. So if she's sending a shoebox, she's gonna occupy that shoebox with a whole bunch of goodies. As much as possible, she is not packing air. There are no weight limits on this Balikbayan box. She's just gonna send whatever she can inside this box. So in a similar manner, I have a suitcase that I just fill with air when I'm not using it throughout the year. Why don't I just replace that air with my clothes? Now, I'm not against putting away clothes and stuff relative to the season, but at least I have a balance of being able to get the clothes that I need should I think that I need it. But for most of the year, I could just leave it up there, never touch it, and just worry about the clothes that I have in front of me that I do use on a regular and weekly basis. So using this Balikbayan box method, I not only utilize the space that I have for storage, but ultimately this helps me maintain more space in my closet for other things. And my closet doesn't have to be just for clothes.
Avoid the Patrick method of cleaning.
We should take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else!
I have a bad habit of moving things from my bedroom that I don't need, and it may also be clothes, and moving them to the basement. So what I want to do moving forward is to just contain the clutter and keep it in my room. I don't want to move things to the basement anymore. I want to be intentional with my stuff, and keeping it in my room helps me do that. By the way, I'm living with my parents, so really I'm not moving into my basement, but it's their basement. Know the difference between what needs to be stored and what needs to go. If I'm gonna stick them in the basement, that's just lying to myself. I'm not gonna use the clothes in the future because it's gonna be out of my sight and out of my mind, but still full of clutter. Have I even worn these clothes in the past 2 to 3 years? Have you? Is it functional? Is it practical? Do I even value it?
Tetris. Stacking and stacking safely.
When it comes to using a dresser, we have different drawers that we stack up high. So why don't we use that kind of similar method when it comes to storing it in our closet? But of course, when we move things into the closet, it's usually hung on a hanger. What I do is I stick my suitcase and I stick it up high because I'm not going to touch that thing. Most things that I'm not going to be using, I stick them on top. The things that I think I'm going to use most often, I store on the bottom. Not limited to clothing, of course. Maybe for you, you may not want to put a suitcase up there. Instead, maybe you want to store other pieces of clothing out there that you can easily reach. You can use a box and just keep your clothes neatly stacked. Listen, there ain't no shame in the storage game. Right now, we're just getting out of winter, and I'm going to pack my winter clothes that I have in my dresser and then move it right into my suitcase. For the summer, most of the clothes are the same, shirts, shorts, but for winter, I'll just add another layer. So usually I'll bring out those clothes out from the suitcase and into the dresser again for next year.
Batching time with space.
In addition to cleaning out my closet and managing the space, it's also about organizing my clothes. It's not about what's just in my closet, but what's near my closet. Practically speaking, I wouldn't want my dresser to be far away from my closet, especially on the other side of the room. I wouldn't want to go back and forth, back and forth. Along with decision fatigue, you also have physical fatigue. Oh, this shirt looks nice. Oops, I forgot the socks. Oh yeah, these pants look good. But with these socks, oh, that I need to get over there. Like, oh, let me go walk to the closet and pick out a shirt. Oh, I forgot to get my undershirt. Let me go over there. No, I don't need to walk back and forth. I got my closet to my left and the dresser to the right. I may not have a walk-in closet, but I sure don't want to practice in getting one.
Imaginary wife, actual fiance.
My fiance and I have been in a long-distance relationship for 5 years now. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to be the only person using this room. So in preparation, I've emptied out my dresser of 5 drawers, and they're all for her. And the clothes that I stored in my dresser are now on my nightstand with 3 drawers. And I occupy about a third to a fourth of the closet. She didn't ask me to do it, but I thought, hey, why not? Right now, my dresser is kind of a waste of space. Now, if I was single and I was living in my own space, I'd probably get rid of the dresser. Correction, I'd like to get rid of the dresser. That belongs to my parents. Look, happiness can be simple. It starts here. Although I had to circle back and forth to clean and organize, at the end of the day, I have one less obstacle to simplicity and a stress-free environment. Minimalism isn't solely about getting rid of your belongings, but being intentional and mindful of their value in life. I may not have gotten rid of many clothes, but I organized them in a way that complements my outlook, lifestyle, and my routine. I've minimized the friction. For now. Minimalism is a journey. It's a revisit, a process altogether. Here's some minimalist videos you'll find fancy, and another video you'll like as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.